Hello, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and enjoying English learning. Today, we will start with supplementary reading Moments textbook, chapter number 1 The Lost Child. The lost child means the child who is lost. See the introduction given. A child goes to a fair with his parents. He is happy and excited and wants the sweets and toys displayed there. But his parents don't buy them for him. Why then does he refuse when someone else offers them to him? It may happen with you also that you might have visited any fair during the festival time with your parents, and you saw many things there and you wanted to buy all those things, but maybe sometimes your parents don't buy the things what you want. But here the boy realized the thing. His parents also didn't buy the things for him, but after some time, when someone else offers the things to him, he refuses. What is the reason? Let's see the chapter. Let me tell you the story about this chapter. This is a short story of a child written by Mulk Raj Anand. The writer is Mulk Raj Anand. He is an Indian writer and wrote many works, short stories especially, and his first main novel Untouchable was very famous, and he was also awarded Padma Bhushan. Then come to the story. The Lost Child is a short story of a child, his demands and his realizations. The child is being taken to the fair by his parents, and there are many attractions in the fair for the child, like balloons, merry-go-round, toys, and different eatables. The child asks for these things from his parents. Parents have no desire to purchase things for the child. They were not interested to purchase those things for this child, and the crowd is thick. That's why the parents are holding the hand of the child. At one point, the child is slipped out of his parents' hand. Because of the crowd, the child is slipped out of his parents' hand. The child starts crying, asking for his father and mother. Means the child is lost in the fair. A kind person picks up the child and tries to console him. He offers many things which he wants. He offers him balloons and other things. But now the child does not want anything. The person offers the things which he wanted earlier. Then also the child does not want anything. He keeps crying and saying, I want my father, I want my mother. So this is the story. Now, here only 4 characters are there: the child, his mother, his father, and the innocent person. Okay, 4 main characters are there. So let's begin with the story. Try to realize the things which you read. It was the festival of springtime. It was springtime. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes. The time was of spring season, and what kind of lanes were there? Wintry shades, means still one can feel the winter shade. and allies emerged a gaily clad humanity. And there was humanity means the lanes, the ways were full of humans, happy humans. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. Means there was a large crowd in the street also. Some people they walked, some people rode on horses, some people sat there in the lane, and some people they were being carried in bamboo carts and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. And one boy, he ran between his father's legs, walking with his parents, and ran between his father's legs. You might have seen small children running between the parents' legs. Okay, so here also one little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. Brimming means shining, filled up with life and laughter. "Come, child, come," called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. Now people they were wearing colorful clothes and passing through the lanes. In that crowd, one boy along with his parents, the boy was full of happiness and life, walking through the lane and running between his father's legs. And parents called, "Come, child, come," because he was lagged behind. Because why he was lagged behind? Because he was he was attracted by the toys in the shops that lined the way. Okay. He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys. Because of the call of his parents, he hurried towards the parents, and his feet were obedient to their call. As the parents call him, his feet were obedient to their call, and his heart and his mind is still there on the toys. His eyes still lingering on the receding toys. His eyes were still fascinated, still attracted by the toys. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he could not suppress the desire of his heart. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, now the child was lagged behind, so parents had to wait for the child. And at that time, when parents stopped to wait for him, he could not control the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. He could identify that his parents would not allow him to play with the toys, to buy the toys. Then also he asked, he pleaded, "I want that toy." He requested, "I want that toy." His father looked at him red-eyed in his familiar tyrant's way. Tyrant means cruel. Okay. His father looked at him red-eyed. His father looked at him with anger. Red-eyed means in anger. In his familiar tyrant's way. The look was familiar to him because every time father behaves like a cruel person. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender. And mother, she was enjoying the happy day, the spring day, and giving him her finger to hold and said, "Look, child, what is before you?" And mother, still she was enjoying and holding the finger, giving her finger to hold, and said, "Look, child, what is before you?" Means she is also trying to trying to she is also trying to tell his son that those toys are not for him. It was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold as it swept across miles and miles of even land. And see the description of nature. Because it was spring season, the field were full of फ्लावरिंग मस्टर्ड, जो सरसों के होते हैं ना, सरसों लहराती है खेतों में. पेल लाइक मेल्टिंग गोल्ड एंड दे लुक्स लाइक melting gold as it swept across miles and miles of even land. And this field they have covered miles and miles of land. A group of dragonflies were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings, and because it is mustard filled, dragonflies were roaming here and there on their gaudy purple, shiny purple wings, intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. Intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness for the flowers. And the dragonflies, the group of dragonflies, they cut the way of black bee or butterfly who were in search of sweetness for the flowers. The child followed them in the air with his gaze till one of them would still its wings and rest, and he would try to catch it. The child followed the dragonflies with his gaze. The child was looking towards the dragonflies in the air, and till one of them would still its wings and rest. The child was looking at the dragonflies flying in the sky till one of the dragonfly would still its wings and rest, and would try to catch it. When the dragonfly set to rest, the child would try to catch it, but it would go fluttering, flapping up into the air. But the dragonfly flutters the wings and flapping the wings up into the air, means the dragonfly flew away when he had almost caught it in his hands. But the child tried to catch the dragonfly in his hand. Then his mother gave a cautionary call, "Come, child, come on to the footpath." And the mother gives the cautionary call. Cautionary means warning call. Child, come to the footpath. He ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them for a while, being, however, soon left behind. Because of the call, he ran towards the parents carelessly and walked abreast of them, walked in between them for a while, being, however, soon left behind. Soon he was again left behind. Attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. Why this time he was left behind? Because he was attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath, and these insects and worms, they were teeming out, coming out, peeping out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. "Come, child, come," his parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge. Okay. "Come, child, come." See these words, "Come, child, come." His parents called from the shade of the grove, from the trees where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. They were seated on the edge of a well, and from there they called the child, "Come, child, come." He ran towards them. Again, he ran towards his parents. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove. And as he entered the grove, the small place which is there to sit, okay, a small garden. When the child entered the garden, a shower of young flowers fell upon the child, and the child forgot about his parents and began to gather the raining petals in his hands. The raining petals means the petals which fell upon the child, which fell upon him when he entered the grove. But lo, he heard the cooing of doves and ran towards his parents, shouting, "The dove, the dove." The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. He began to gather the raining petals in his hand, the petals of the flowers in his hand. But how sad! When he heard the cooing of doves, he ran towards his parents and shouting, "The dove, the dove," and the petals dropped from his hands. He forgot that he had petals in his hands. "Come, child, come." Again, "Come, child, come." They called to the child, who had now gone running in wild capers round the banyan tree. Again, the child was called out, and again this child gone running in wild capers. How he is going towards his parents? Caper means a short jump or dancing movement. Okay. He went there in jumping movement round the banyan tree, and gathering him up, they took the narrow winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard field. Now the parents with the child, they moved from there, and they were on the footpath which led to the fair through the mustard fields. The footpath was through the mustard field which led to the fair. As they neared the village, the child could see many other footpaths full of throngs converging to the whirlpool of the fair. As they neared the village, now they are near the village, the child could see many other footpaths full of throngs. Throngs means crowd. Throngs means crowd. Okay, crowd of people. As they neared the village, the child could see many other footpaths full of throngs. Means the fair, it has many other footpaths which were full of crowds, converging to the whirlpool of the fair. And all the footpaths, they meet to the center of the fair. All the footpaths were leading to the fair, and felt at once repelled and fascinated by the confusion of the world he was entering. And felt at once repelled. At this time, while all the footpaths, they were full of the crowd, they meet in the center of the fair. At that time, the child felt that he was driven away by something, and he was also fascinated by the confusion of the world he was entering. Means he was very much of, means all everywhere crowd was there, so the child was also confused, but he was attracted with the things he saw. Okay, and the people, they were also confused where they are going. So here confusion of the world is given. Okay. Now next paragraph. A sweet meat seller hawked gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi at the counter of the entrance, and a crowd pressed round his counter. At the foot of an architecture of many colored sweets, decorated with leaves of silver and gold. Sweet meat seller means confectioner. Okay, sweet seller. At that time, a sweet seller hawked. Hawked means चिल्लाना, अपनी चीज़ों को बेचने के लिए आवाज़ लगाना. Okay, gulab jamun, rasgulla. Which are the things he was selling? Gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi at the corner of the entrance, and the crowd pressed round the counter at the foot of the architecture of many colored sweets. At his counter, many colored sweets were there, and all the sweets were decorated with leaves of silver and gold. The child started open-eyed, and his mouth watered for the barfi that was his favorite sweet. The child started open-eyed. The child started towards that counter open-eyed, and his mouth was watered for the barfi, which was his favorite sweet. I want that barfi, he slowly murmured. He slowly said, I want that barfi. But he half knew as he begged that his plea would not be heeded because his parents would say he was greedy. But he half knew, means he was not knowing the whole thing, that if he will begged that he want that sweet, his parents would say that he was greedy. His request, his plea will not be given attention. Okay, so without waiting for an answer, he moved on. He had the desire to eat that barfi, but without waiting for an answer, he moved on because he was knowing that his parents would not allow him to eat that barfi. The next paragraph, a flower seller hawked a garland of gulmohar, a garland of gulmohar. Now another stall, flower seller. Okay, and he was selling garland of gulmohar. The child seemed irresistibly drawn towards the garland of gulmohar. Irresistibly means greatly attracted by. The child was greatly attracted by the garland of gulmohar. He went towards the basket where the flowers lay heaped and half murmured. And he was attracted with the garland of gulmohar. He went towards the basket where the flowers laid heaped, where the flowers were laid, and half murmured. Slowly he said, I want that garland, but he well knew his parents would refuse to buy him those flowers because they would say that they were cheap. Okay. At that time, he wanted to buy those garlands, but he was knowing that his parents would refuse to buy him those flowers, and what they would say, that they were cheap. So without waiting for an answer, he moved on. A man stood holding a pole with yellow, red, green and purple balloons flying from it. Now next they come to a man, balloon seller, and he was standing there holding a pole with yellow, red, green, purple balloons flying from the pole. The child was simply carried away by the rainbow glory of their silken colors, and the balloons were shining like silk. So the child was carried away, attracted by the rainbow colors of the silken balloons, and he was filled with an overwhelming desire to possess them all. Overwhelming means strong desire, okay, excessive desire, that he should possess all the balloons. But he well knew his parents would never buy him the balloons because they would say he was too old to play with such toys. At that time, he was also knowing that his parents would never buy the balloons for him, and what will be the reply? They would say he was too old to play with such toys. So he walked on farther. Next comes a snake charmer. A snake charmer stood playing a flute to a snake which coiled itself in a basket. The snake charmer means मदारी जो होते हैं ना वो. And the snake charmer was playing a flute to a snake and the snake was coiled itself in a basket, its head raised in a graceful bend like the neck of a swan. And have you seen the snake dancing on the tune of flute? Okay. And so here also the snake was coiled itself in a basket and its head raised in a graceful bend like the neck of a swan, while the music stole into its invisible ears like the gentle rippling of an invisible waterfall. And the music of the flute enters in the invisible ears like the gentle rippling of an invisible waterfall. Okay. The child went towards the snake charmer. The music of flute was like invisible waterfall to the snake, and the snake was dancing on that tune of the flute. And this tune, the child also enjoyed this tune, and he went towards the snake charmer. But knowing his parents had forbidden him to hear such coarse music as the snake charmer played, he proceeded further. But he was knowing that his parents had forbidden him, means रोक के रखना, okay, stopped him to hear such coarse music as the snake charmer played. स्नेक चार्मर जो बजा रहा था ऐसा कोर्स म्यूज़िक है, रफ म्यूज़िक है, वो सुनने से उसके पेरेंट्स ने मना किया था। ये जानकर वो वहाँ से चला गया। ही प्रोसीडेड फार्दर, आगे चला गया। देयर वॉज द राउंड अबाउट इन फुल स्विंग, नाउ इट वॉज अ राउंड अबाउट। राउंड अबाउट देखा है, मैरी गो राउंड होता है ना ऊँचा, फेयर में मेन अट्रैक्शन होता है। मैन, वीमेन एंड चिल्ड्रन कैरिड अवे इन अ whirling मोशन shrieked and cried with dizzy laughter. Men and women and children, they were carried away in a whirling motion. Whirling motion means round motion होती है ना, मैरी गो राउंड ऊपर जाता है नीचे आता है, ओके। तो ऐसी जो मोशन होती है उसमें मैन, विमेन और चिल्ड्रन सारे थे। एंड दे श्रिक्ड, शाउटेड एंड क्राइड विद डिजी लाफ्टर, कुछ हंस रहे थे, कुछ डर के मारे चिल्ला रहे थे। द चाइल्ड वॉच देम इंटेंटली, ओके, बहुत ही गहराई से उसने देखा, बहुत ही ध्यान से उसने देखा। देन ही मेड अ बोल्ड रिक्वेस्ट, आई वॉन्ट टू गो ऑन द राउंड अबाउट प्लीज़ फादर मदर। पहले उसने बहुत ध्यान से देखा, उसके बाद उसने क्या कहा, आई वॉन्ट टू गो ऑन द राउंड अबाउट प्लीज़ फादर एंड मदर। So students, this was the first part of this chapter. This is supplementary reading. It is also important for your exam point of view. Question answers will be asked from this chapter. In this part I have explained you till page number 3. From page number 4 I will explain you in next part. This is a kind of a big chapter, so go through page number 1, 2 and 3 of this chapter. And because this is supplementary reading, only question answers will be asked, but you should know the meanings of the hard words. So try to learn the meanings of the hard words. It is not given because it is supplementary reading. It is all up to you, and you only will prepare it for you. Supplementary reading means extra reading apart from the syllabus, but still question answers are asked from supplementary reading lessons. Okay, so try to learn the meanings and question answers. Try to remember the events in order for this chapter. Okay. In next part I will explain the remaining part of this chapter, and we will discuss the question answers. Till then, bye.